Here we go. Hmm. Today is February 3rd, so I have to give a couple shout outs real quick. Happy birthday to my big brother. He just turned 45 today. Old as hell. And my son turned 23 yesterday. So I'm just going to give those shout outs right now to my son, Ryan. Love you to death. Big bro, love you to death. But today's show, we are going to have special guest. Uh, I was this this brother was brought to my attention by several people, and it was very interesting that the first person that brought it to my attention, we talked randomly throughout the years, and he's family. Period. When he mentioned this brother's name, Prince Badi. I'm like Prince Badi, Prince Badi, Prince Badi. I know that name. Why do I know that name? It's so familiar. 5 minutes later, my cousin calls me and says, "Yo, I got somebody I think you need to talk to. I mean, word's born. He's legit." That I'm like, all right, who? And lo and behold, same name came up. So I said, all right, two people saying the same thing can't be crazy. So he should be here very shortly. He's very busy. So in the meantime, I'm going to invite my very special, very special friend onto the show so we can have a little chit chat until welcome to the stage, my guest host, Snacks.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know the deal, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all already know it's real when my motherfucking ass get in the building. This shit. Y'all already know. If y'all don't know, it's Freaky Deep, one and only tall, skinny, and bony with a beat like homie, aka that motherfucking Snacks, the host of Thirsty Thursdays Inside Podcast. Definitely a pleasure and an honor to be on your podcast today, man. Definitely appreciate the invite. Shit, I'm here to have a good time. I hope everybody that's watching is here to do the same, man. Shit, let's embrace the brothers Black History Month. So what better month in time to have somebody, one of ours, from Camden, that's a part of that. That's a part of the sports history, and just being a good man, a good example of a black man. Period. Coming from our community, you feel what I'm saying? So I think this. I can't wait. I can't wait to jump in. I haven't talked to the brother in a minute and shit. But yeah, well, most definitely looking forward to the conversation, man. Real talk.
Yeah,
Thanks again.
I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, of course. I'm glad you are available. I know you got a very busy schedule, so I feel honored in that you allowed some time to hang out with your boy Dame G.
I make time for people I like. Example, I like you. So I make time for people I like you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it
I
is.
feel that. I definitely feel that.
Let's
I'm
go.
glad.
Shit.
I'm glad I'm one of the people you like. Sheesh, I hate to be ahead of me.
Yeah, definitely. I ain't got too many of them unless they making themselves that way. Real talk, man. So shit. We waiting on him. I see we got the other brother coming in here. Fred, too legit or is legit too? Or,
Yeah, that's Fred too. That's a cousin that actually brought the name up to me as well. I was
oh,
like, what? Why is two people saying this brother's name to me? Like, I'm
yo,
like, he's
when you brought up that name, I was like, I don't know why I ain't been thinking about him. Like I be just so much focused on the reason why I already know. I can answer that question myself. It's because I have reached out to. I'm coming up on 2 years next month. Okay,
hmm
this month. I think it's this month. But anyway, I just got to check my archives. But anyway,
I think it's
everybody,
this month.
huh?
I think it's this month.
I think it's this month. But everybody, if I asked in Camden, and that's who I went to first, because I figured if I'm gonna do a platform and I'm from Camden, why not rep my town first? Regardless that I've been living in Syracuse for however long I've been living in the city. In the city. I'm still gonna rep my hometown. But I didn't get that love back. The reciprocation was like, your little podcast, and up till even now to this point, you know what I mean? Like people was like, well, I don't know. It's like I'm sitting around waiting for y'all. I'm not sitting around waiting for y'all. If I talk to somebody from another state, they be anxious as fuck to come on my podcast. They be like,
Right.
yeah. Like, hell yeah, man. And even after the show, like I like the questions you ask, your whole personality dope as fuck. They showing mad love. These niggas don't know me from a can of spray paint. Motherfuckers that know me all my life will just know me from my town, know of me and shit. Won't even come on my podcast because they think they too good. But that's why niggas ain't, you know what I mean? That's why niggas really at. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. I got love for everybody that got love for me. Everybody that's pushing and support me, I support them back. I like with no emotions involved in it. It just is what it is. Like I reach out because when I did reach with motherfuckers and shit 2 years ago, I only got love from certain people, and everybody see them on my podcast, and I still get love from them, except for they was one of the ones that fell in the category of the cash apping thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now
Don't ask me to.
No, they stopped liking my shit. Where's the love?
Fake love, fake friends. Gotta go to the end. Yep.
You gotta keep the conversation.
We have another person that just finally joined up. I mean, he late, but it's cool. Yeah, I'm calling you out. You should have been here 7 minutes ago. My cousin, my fan. That's the only way I can call him out. No hard feelings. Fred,
That's what
too
you do,
legit.
man. Call me out. Call me out.
Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. This is my business, homie. You're supposed to be here on time. This big business.
So listen. If it's any consolation,
business.
if it's any consolation today, it's the first day I seen my son in 3 years.
Oh wow!
You know what?
I raised him. I raised him for 8. Lost him to a system that undermined a court order, and here I am. 3 years of parental, 3 years of systematic and direct parental alienation. Here I am.
Hey man, if you ain't busy, you should come on the podcast tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about child support. That's the main topic. We got Loke from CMD and Fly Ty as a guest on there too, and of course my co-host Josiah and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get it. We're gonna jump into it. We're gonna have a respectful dialogue on the system. You know what I mean? What it is. You know what I mean? Not no war on war type shit. It's gonna be 2 women and 2 men. You know what I'm saying? So the level is ground. You know what I mean? The ground is level. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Respectfully, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers gonna express their opinions and facts. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do have to follow facts, fuck your opinion, but because we all got one of them motherfuckers. But facts.
Hey man, we in the facts first feelings age now. That's what it is sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, just build.
I ain't seen you in like 30 years, girl.
I'm still around though. You see me still, you know.
Yo, I ain't seen you since the old record store on Martin Pike. Since Jimmy's had the gym on Martin Pike. Yo, that's a long time.
Yo, that's where it was. Yeah.
Hey, but I'm he remember me.
No, I do. I do.
Unforgettable. That's it. That's how I want to. When I leave here, I want to be unforgettable. Freaky dicky. That's that motherfucking chick right there. Like that's what I'm unforgettable.
We got some memories from over there.
Yeah, man. Most definitely. I thought that was you. I was like, I said, oh
yeah, it's me trying to make something of my life, trying to make the pull itself from the bootstrap story. You know what I mean? Camden's own, trying to make something in the big city. You know.
No doubt. That's all you can do.
It ain't easy though.
Yeah, it definitely ain't easy. And where you located at can contribute to it, you know what I'm saying, as far as economy wise.
For me, if I ain't never left Camden, I don't know how I'd never changed my lifestyle.
Yeah. Where you at? You still in Camden or not? You left Camden?
I'm in Philadelphia. I'm in Philadelphia.
All right, yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean?
He went from the bottom to the bottom.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what they say. But check this out. For me, I had to go. They always say, "Yo, but you went to a whole other hood." But check this out. I ain't got no comfort here. Camden, I was too comfortable. I knew everybody, knew everything that's going on. Everybody knew me. It was hard to change your patterns when there's like too many opportunities in the same circles. It's like you got to get out of that. You got to change. You got to start cold turkey and figure it the fuck out. And it was tough. It took me damn near 10 years to do it, but here I am.
Yeah,
and I'm happier for you, because you know these streets wasn't going to lead to nothing but death or worse.
Exactly. We overcame the odds stacked against us.
Definitely. Most definitely. Well, shit. Most definitely.
Right.
About being one of Camden's most important people. You go on the website. I'm one of Camden's most important people, alongside with who you about to interview today, Prince Badi, Dwayne, the Wagner, him and his pops. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of people. That's Camden, you go on there like get acknowledgement as when I first seen it, I was like, oh shit. I was just Googling myself. And it was like shit, you one of Camden's most important people. I was like, so am I?
Nice. That's dope.
Right. What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
I'll be on that list someday. I like to keep my stuff quiet because we moving real, not silent, but there's a lot going on, and you don't want too many people to know what's going on because they over expect you to be doing things bigger than what it might seem. But got a lot going on. There's some real good shit going on. So we'll I'll make a big deal out of it at some point, but not right now.
Right. All right. I know y'all see me looking down a lot. I'm waiting for Badi to answer back.
Yeah, let's go on Champ, man.
What's going on with Champ, who made it to the biggest stage anybody can think of.
Yeah, right. So I know he ain't cold feet in here. You can't even manage to be quick on your feet with cold feet in the ring. So where you at? So pull up. Where you at, Champ?
What's up with it?
Yeah, that's my last 3 daughters. Big cousin and shit.
Yeah.
I was fucking all on his cousin and shit, his little cousin and shit. I'm like, nigga, you lying. I told nigga, you lying. That ain't your cousin. Everybody wants somebody to be their cousin. That's what I told him.
There we go.
I was like,
Small world, though. Small world.
Welcome to the stage.
I'm like, oh shit, that's only your cousin.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Yeah.
The champ is here.
What's going on?
What's up, man? What's up, God?
I'm trying to get that airport. Huh?
Yeah, it's all right. Look, you made it. All right, you here. That's all that matters. We got you. Surprise! I brought 2 more people with me.
Hey, man. I'm just honored to be able to make it myself, man. The way things is going on, man. It's a constant fight, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Our thing is the constant fight, and then we got to figure out at some point to just embrace it and just know it's going to be hell every day. We find fulfillment in enduring the hell because something on the other side of that.
That's right. That's right.
Definitely.
And I know that the race is not given to the swift or the strong, but he who endures.
Exactly.
Definitely.
What I mean? It's coming already. Jules is coming already. Jules is coming already.
That's my model, man.
But they always say you somebody to listen to because you made it to the biggest stage anybody can ever imagine, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yes, indeed, man.
If they don't listen to you, they fools.
Yes.
Definitely. So, Snacks, you wanted to say something to an old friend?
I mean, I didn't want to double talk. I didn't want to double talk. It's like 4 of us on here, so I didn't want to over talk nobody and shit like that. I'm thinking he needs a little bit more time to visualize and focusing on the camera and shit, because I don't think he know who on here and shit.
What's going on, baller? What's going on, baller? baller, that's my thinking.
I think he's very focused.
What's up?
That's
Long time no see. I told him, I said,
yes.
Oh, Prince Badi. I was kind of pissed off at myself. I wanted to go in the room and box myself because I was like, how the fuck I can think about bringing him on my podcast? Like, that's crazy.
Right.
Like, you know,
right.
Yeah,
you know I'm here for you, baller. Anytime you want to rock out, you already know. You got access all the time. Yes.
No doubt.
You already know.
Definitely appreciate that, man. That's why I told I jumped at the opportunity when he invited me on. He said, "Now I want you to come on there with me. I want you to be my co-host." I said, "Shit, you know what I mean?"
Listen. I enjoy boxing. Don't get me wrong. I watch boxing. I'm not really good with boxers per se. Like I'll be like, yo, that fight last night was good. Who was boxing? Couldn't tell you.
Indeed.
That's a lot of work. I'm a casual watcher.
It's It's a lot of hard work and dedication.
Yeah, take us to the scope of what it
I'm
took,
glad
bro,
you said that because
Hey man,
like
I'm
to
gonna be
get to
honest
that
with you,
plateau.
man. You know the greatest school, man, was how you live every day. A lot of people have had great talent, but could only go but so far with that talent because they couldn't defeat the school that they lived in every day. And that school is when you got to get up every day and you got to do what you got to do to be able to make it to the gym, to stay dedicated, devoted to whatever your craft is. That's who you got to beat. That's the fight you got to beat. Once you master that, then you can begin to exercise some mastery over in the gym. Once you master the mastery in the gym, then you get the chance to start to test to see if that mastery that you're mastering in the gym and your environment is going to uh, unfold when you start getting on different stages. And that's how it happened for me. Because I looked at all of it as a fight from the time I woke up in the morning. It's a fight because I'm a human being. I like nice things.
right.
You know what I mean? I like everybody else. I like nice things. I like living nice. I like money. I like to eat good. I like to eat nutritious and healthy. I like all those things, and all those things take money.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you got to pick your
Right.
fight. You got to pick your fight, and you got to pick your arena as to where you want to dominate this fight and how you want to fight. And all that was boiling down to decision making, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's where my fight stood. That's where my fight started at. Once I begin to master that, man, it began to manifest itself on other levels and other ways. You know what I mean? Especially when you manage yourself. You manage yourself and you co-promote yourself. That's not easy. But my
right.
DNA determined that I did that.
Right.
That was in my DNA. You know what I mean? And that's why I know, like, my story is, I don't look at me personally, I don't look at my story as common, and I got facts to back it up.
You
Oh
You
got
know
yeah,
what I mean?
Okay.
to back
right,
it up. You
right.
got
Oh yeah. You certified,
ball, you got ball to
certified.
back the fuck up. Fuck that, nigga. I second the motherfucking motion. Fuck out of here, yeah. I'm here to back you up too, bro. You already know we about that life. We rip from the same cloth. You know what I mean? We on
Indeed,
that ass. When we on that ass, we on that ass. You know what I'm saying?
indeed.
Real talk,
Shit.
real talk, real
I
talk,
Oh,
man.
for
mean,
me
I
personally,
remember we as
today,
kids on. I remember as kids on a pipe. I remember that
Yes.
far back. You know what I mean?
Ah,
Learn how to hold your hands, keep your hands home, hold your hands up. You know what
right.
I mean, get that 6-inch shot, slip left, slip right.
Yes.
I remember
Yes.
that. I remember them drills.
What I
I'm glad you.
what I learned.
Hey,
I'm glad you brought that.
Go ahead.
and you know, it's deep, man, because once you develop a profile before the world, they see you one way until they talk to you, and they start seeing the other things that you show them that's relevant to being who you are. Once you
Yeah.
start doing that and they start seeing the other things that make you who you are, man, they have definitely a newfound respect for you on top of what you already do. Because a lot of people think that the fight really starts once just because you can make it to the gym every day. But that couldn't be further from the truth.
I learned that about you
I'm
too.
glad.
I learned that about you. I
Yeah.
remember one time you invited me over to your crib when I came out with one of my first CDs, and you let me burn my CDs at your spot. You use your burner and shit, right? And I was just amazed at all the, like, he didn't just have books on like boxing and like learning like personal growth and shit like that. He had shit on like martial arts and all different type of shit. And I'm like, damn, this dude is interesting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause we from the hood, so you expecting everybody from the hood to be exactly that, just that hood. You know what I'm saying? So really getting to learning the brother personally and shit, and getting to know him personally and shit was definitely a dope experience to me. That's why I said again, it's definitely a pleasure to be on this platform and have this experience to interview you and shit, yo. Like I said, like I'm a fan and a friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, damn, it's been a long time and we reuniting on this shit. So it's like I can't even give my brother a hug. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit,
Yeah.
dog. Most definitely, man. most definitely appreciate you getting mad love on my page right now too. I got you on my page. I got you on my
No doubt. That's definitely respected, definitely appreciated, and much love for that. Definitely.
yeah, most definitely. I don't know if you can see the comments on yours. I don't know. I don't know if it's coming up now. But yeah, you getting mad love on my page right now. They like, yo, what's up, Badi, man? Look, yo, Badi, Prince Badi, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, you know what I mean? I figured, I mean, what better time to have you on this platform? We were just speaking about that briefly before we put you on, but before you come in, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Champ, you know?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Real
Yeah,
talk.
champ.
What's up? You know what I mean? You want to
Indeed.
Camden's most important people. We was just talking about that too. You feel what I'm saying? You want that
Yeah.
Camden's. We both on
Yes.
there. One of Camden's
Yes,
most
we are.
important people. You know what I'm saying? We on that shit. So we
True we are.
And I got two of them. I got two of them on the show today. That's what's up.
Oh,
Y'all making me happy.
Hey,
Y'all making
it
me
don't
Yeah,
happy.
normally
man.
happen like that. You get two of us.
yeah,
Nah,
right.
it's
Right.
the same
You know what I
frequency.
mean?
Everybody all ended up on the same vibration, the same frequency.
Yeah, big facts, man.
And
Oh,
that's a manifestation of the energy and frequency. That's what this
yeah,
is right here.
Yeah, most
real
definitely.
talk.
You know,
Real talk.
the funny part was we were supposed to do this last week, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, situations in my personal life, I had to push it back. And it just so happens that it happens in Black History Month. So I'm not going to say nothing. Divine intervention, the other world was working. Whenever y'all people want to call it, it happened. And look at where we at now.
Right.
Indeed.
We hit
Real talk.
it.
Real talk.
But Snap said something earlier. She said, you let a burner CD at your spot, but when she looked around, she saw all books about martial arts, different type of fighting, mental books. Off of that, I want to ask you, what does it mean to you to be a role model to people such as Smacks? Right. You're a role model and inspiration. How does that affect you? What's it? I'm trying to word it correctly. I had it, but then I lost it.
Take your time.
What does it mean to you to be a role model for inspiring athletes? There you go. I got it. I fixed it.
Okay. What it means to me,
Yes.
it meant a lot to me in a lot of ways because that's one of the other things that I took to fight. Because you don't want to, you always want to make sure when you start with you first, you always want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward when you step. But at the same time that you're putting your best foot forward, you also want to put in the back of your mind who's riding with that step that you take because they could be learning from it. You know what I mean? So a lot of times when you would do certain things that you shouldn't be doing, you recognize, look, this not only me, I'm impacted. It's not only me. That could possibly be being influenced by the decision that I'm making, and my mind constantly.
We lost him.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's because he's not on Wi-Fi. That's because he's not on Wi-Fi. He in the car, so he ain't on Wi-Fi.
Nah. I think word got out that we had Badi on the pod, and the government said no, he's going to be giving knowledge out. We got to stop him. We got to stop him now.
Yeah, that was.
But you can't stop greatness. So here we go.
It's back.
I'm back.
No doubt.
Because I know, like I was saying, because I know that balance is the key to harmony. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they make statements about certain things, but don't understand the essence of the things or the significance of the things. So a lot of times, I always tell people, when people take a look at me and say, man, you learned some things, you know some things. Yeah, I know some things. But more so than the things I know, I've learned to remain balanced through it all, because that was the most important part, because I know that I can't keep what I have unless I'm giving it away. And I know if I'm looking to attain harmony sometime, someday, soon in my life, I got to remain balanced. You know what I mean? and remaining
Right.
and remaining
Definitely
balanced.
facts.
That's just not dealing with just a boxing gym. That's dealing with every aspect of my life. I gotta try to remain balanced because if I can do that, I really make sure that I'm always working on my weak points. That's something that
Mm-hmm.
everyday people may not look at it like that way. Everybody like what they like and they want to do what they want to do. Whereas though in my mind, I'm always asking myself, is the next person that I'm going to deal with or the next person I'm going to step in front of, is he doing this or is he refraining from doing this? That's how I that's the way I think, but always to give myself the best opportunity if a situation was to arouse. Because
Right.
I know for a fact that if I wasn't built the way that I'm built, I know for a fact when I fought one of the biggest fights in my life, I got my kidney shut down in the third round, man. The third round. So for 9 more rounds, I had to fight on one
Yeah,
kidney.
yeah.
What the
That's the
fuck?
worst feeling in the world, man. I've been shot. I've been shot before in my
Mm.
life. In 2020, man, 1 inch from my heart, by the grace of the Creator, I'm still here to talk about it. But 1 inch from my heart, and that kidney shot that I took to shut my kidney down, 10 times that shot that I took 1 inch from my heart, man. You're talking about pain. I thought I was going to die in a ring in front of the world. That's how bad the pain was. And I don't
Mm.
take no credit for being able to continue after that kidney got shut down. And my feet, I wear a size 10 and a half. My feet blew up to a size 14. And that's how I found out my kidney was shut down. I was
Man.
walking with elephant man feet, with slippers on. I couldn't even
Wow.
put them inside my shoes, man.
So let me ask you. So let me ask you.
Oh.
So how do you stay focused during intense moments like that in the match?
Oh,
Because that's pretty
because
Very good question. Thank you.
fucking intense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a
Definitely.
boxer too, but I ain't never had my kidney shut down in the ring. So that's what I'm saying. Like in a moment like that,
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, how do you stay focused as a boxer? You know, I mean, the technique, everything is like muscle. It's muscle memory. I get that. I get that. I get that part. But what I'm saying, a lot of people don't even get that part. But I'm just saying, I get that part. But even getting that part, how do you stay focused on that shit in intense moments of a match? Like you went like 9 more rounds with
yes,
one. Like, bro, like you tell us, man.
Yeah.
the only
Walk me through that one.
the only you know a lot of people don't recognize how powerful it is to pray on the move. When that happened to me, I was having a talk with the creator while I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
asked him, I said, listen, I'm only here because I trusted you to get here. I know you didn't bring me here to leave me. I'm dealing with the biggest obstacle I ever dealt with, and you said that you would never leave me or forsake me. Show me right now
Mm.
what you always showed me before. But this time it feels different to me because I ain't never been here.
Yeah.
Just so
Mm.
if you can't, thank you. If you can't tell me what I should do, just lead me and I'm gonna follow. And that's what I did, man. Thank you very much. And I follow my heart, man. I follow my heart, and that was the reason why I was able to pull through there because I thought I was gonna die in the ring, man. I like I said, I ain't never felt no pain like that in my life, man. If I had a
It's,
Mm.
choice to
it's a
deal with a bullet again and to deal with a kidney shot, I would deal with the bullet, man, and I'm not exaggerating. It's just like that, man.
Man.
I heard that. I heard that, man.
Yo.
What are
I can't
was
even
there any
imagine.
specific rituals or routines you follow before a big fight?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got some routines. I got some rituals. Yes. One of the main things I tell you, one ritual I do right is, uh, I think from the left hemisphere of my left hemisphere of my brain, right, left brain hemisphere. So I'm doing things on the right hand side, right. So with me doing that,
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know what? I'm looking for harmony, right? So when you look for harmony, you got to focus on balance. So what did I do?
Right.
I started doing everything from my left, activating my right brain hemisphere.
I
You know
got
what
you.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting out. When I get out of the bed in the morning, I want my left foot to hit the floor first. When I'm eating my food, I'm eating with my left hand now. You know what I'm saying? When I'm twisting the cap off of a top of a juice or a water, I'm twisting it with my left hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking up the pen with my left hand and I'm starting to write more with my left hand. Normally I would be doing all this stuff
Mm.
right-handed
Yeah.
instinctively. But
Yeah.
my man was
Mm-hmm.
saying, man, that ain't gonna matter. That ain't gonna matter. I said, look, I'm gonna say this to you, man. We're not gonna debate about it. Only thing I'm gonna say to you is time tell all things. Time ain't never lied to nobody. You know what I'm saying? If you
Right.
want to know how something is or how authentic it is, time is gonna tell it, man. I don't care how good it front from you, how good it front for you for the first 3 months, first 90 days, or whatever that is. And time is going to tell you. So time tells all things. So what I've done is I've learned to start creating sound bites because they begin to start coming up out of me. And that's where
Mm.
I started looking to exemplify the sound bites. Uh, Things like the way you see things. I've changed the way I see things. So because I have changed the way I see things, those things that I was seeing before, they started changing because I was looking at them from a different angle. I was looking at them from a different perspective. Because when me and a dude, we would go running, and he was generally, initially, he was faster than me. But he said to me, what are you doing to cut your time down significantly the way you are? I said, I'm not, I'm still me. I said, I'm probably looking at it differently. He said, like what? I said, you know, when I usually run with you, I know that you a fast runner. But I said to myself, just because you're a fast runner, you're here for a reason, running me, and I'm running with you. We're running together for a reason. So when I started telling myself, well, you need to justify the reason why you running with him. So I started looking for justifications as to why I'm running with him. And the justification was he's faster than you. Do you because you need to be faster. That's why you run him. Because he don't box. He's just a runner. But
Yeah.
you got to go and get the best of all things that you're coming into contact with. So what
Yeah.
did I do? I picked my running time up. I picked my speed up. You know what I'm saying? Once I picked my speed up, I picked my speed up because I started learning breathing techniques. So when I started learning them
Mm.
breathing techniques, they manifested themselves throughout my running regimen. You know what I'm saying? Once I started breathing better, I could start running faster for longer. So he started saying, "Yo, what
Mm.
you doing, man?" I said, "I'm just running with you." He said, "No, but you doing something." He said, "You doing something, man." He said, "Man, you're trying, man. You sort of really challenged me." I said, "Listen, man, I'm not content when we run. Every time you win at running, I tell myself I'm not doing something right. So I
Facts.
go back and I
Mm.
study it. I study myself. That's the first school is yourself. I go
Fact.
back to that school
Mm-hmm.
and I study that school. I study that school on a small level and then I build it up. So I started eating. I said, "What do you eat? What do you eat every day? Write your diet down for me." He wrote his diet down. So what I did is I looked over his diet. I critiqued his diet. I took some things from his
Mm-hmm.
diet, but majority of the other things was things that I already knew. So I learned how to start consuming foods that would transition to energy quicker than other foods would. You know what I
Facts.
mean? I started getting into the food science. Then I started getting into the
Mm.
significance of the rest science. You know what I'm saying? What the proper rest does for you. You know what I mean? And how powerful a nap can be for you. Why is a nap called a power nap? I mean, I
I
just
take
went to school. I just
I
went to
take them
school
every day.
for everything around me. I went to school for. But the main thing that kept me centered was the fact that I was always searching for, looking for balance.
Mm.
That's what's up.
So I didn't
I
never
mean,
do I never
uh,
did know one thing too much.
Yeah.
I
right.
Gotta
never
re-
did know one thing too much because I was constantly balance was my underlying factor dealing with everything.
know that.
And even when it came to, you know, because I can say this as a fighter, when you get in some of the best shape of your life that you've ever been in, one of the main things is this testosterone. It goes up, man. You can become like an animal, man. You know what I'm saying? And some guys, they give in to that desire, that hunger. They give into that. What I would do is, I said to myself, I said, most guys probably give into this. This is my chance again to separate myself from the other ones. So what would I do? I will harness that energy. I will harness that energy. And then when I harness that energy, I take that energy to the gym. And today, instead of me boxing the same guy I normally would box, I would ask the trainer. There's two other guys that's either on that level or probably a little more experienced than me. I asked the trainer, can I get a little bit of work with all of them? So what I do, so I raise my level automatically. So once I raise my level, I figure how not to come back down once I raise my level. You know what I mean? It was little things like that and challenges like that that I've always put myself in front of that allowed me to be able to raise my level because I raised my consciousness. And once I raise my consciousness, I change the way I see things. And once I change the way I see things, I begin to change the things that I was doing and begin to change the way that I did them. And when I did that, I got different results. Then I started breaking barriers. And once I started breaking barriers, other people started cutting into me. And then that's how I found myself doing stuff that had nothing to do with boxing, but was increasing my ability in boxing. It was increasing it because I started doing things that was uncommon to people in the boxing arena, but it was very common to people who understood what success was.
That's why you made it.
Yeah.
That's why that happened. Yep. That's the formula.
Yeah. That was a hell of a formula too. A lot of people don't put that much into it, but it definitely is. It has to become your life. From my own experience, that boxing definitely has to become your life.
Yes.
I'm gotta be in it like a motherfucker mentally, and you definitely gotta have heart first. You can't get in there like, you know what I mean, because you don't pick your opponents, motherfucker. Like you can't be
Exactly.
like, I'll fight that. Nah, give me somebody else. Nope, motherfucker. You gotta fight this right here, nigga.
You ready to take some shots?
Right.
A lot of dudes don't like taking shots, but you gotta be ready to take some shots. You know what I mean?
That's the first thing I hear. Motherfucker be like, "Yo, freak man, how you get hit?" Yeah, I be like, "Bro, when I box, I didn't really get hit that much. I'm 6'1". Most of my opponents was like 5'5". I think the tallest was like 5'9". Yeah, I'm fighting at 143 pounds, welterweight. I'm tall and slim. I'm long. They're 78.
You're a phenom.
Yeah, so like they ain't even getting in. That jazz man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like real talk. But most definitely, yo, Badi, man, you already know you always been like a dominant dude in the sports game. You was one of the guys I looked up to. I know you went by a different name back in the day. And I know you had fought when you did a little stretch and shit back in the day. You was knocking motherfuckers out in jail too, in prison, whatever and shit. When you did your stretch and shit.
Indeed.
Like so I know like the love, like
about that.
It wasn't even just that, you know what I mean? Like it was just something that you just started doing. It was something that even though they got me locked up, I'm still whipping niggas motherfucker ass type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember one time I was young, but I was living up here. I'm in Syracuse still now. But I remember you came up here, you fought at one of the hotels up this motherfucker and shit.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
He fought up here though, yo, and I was like, yo, he was like, yeah. I ain't gonna say your street name. I'm gonna keep it Badi, Prince Badi. If you want to, you can. But you know what I mean? Yeah, that was another life. But anyway, but in that life, he was still that nigga with them hands. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you know what I mean? From a street man, street nigga to a straight up. Outstanding stand up black. African American, whatever they want to put on it as far as our color. I mean, you really set the bar, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know,
appreciate
what I mean,
that.
Man and shit like that. I mean, because I know that you take care of your kids and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I know
appreciate that. Indeed.
In your life, you still family oriented, you real big on family. Matter of fact, people don't really real big on family. Like I said, we an example of a king. You was that to me. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that people that's watching this right now or watching in the future get some type of motivation, inspiration from the brother and encouragement. Even if as an athlete, man, it definitely pushing shit, yo. I would like to ask you though, can you share any like memorable like or should I say memorable? I pronounced that wrong. Career highlights.
Memorable. You got it.
A memorable career highlight for me is I drove to Detroit to fight one of the biggest fights of my career at that time. I was 14-0.
Let's talk
You know what I
about
mean? No, I was 15-0. I had an opportunity to go fight on Showtime. I drove to Detroit to go fight on Showtime, so it was like 7 or 8 cars. So we went up there and we drove up there. When we got there, the place was nice, but it had a little bit of a real dark urban aspect to it. And with it having that dark urban aspect to it, what I mean by that is we noticed that where we went in at, usually when there's an arena and the fighters come to that arena, they have an entrance just for fighters only.
Yeah.
We seen, so when we went to that entrance where the fighters only was supposed to go in at, we seen street people going into that entrance too. So the moment we seen street people going into that entrance too, and us knowing the streets and knowing how the streets operate in general and in principle, we knew that there was some other things that was going to be able to be snuck into that arena. So saying all that, we had concerns because we knew that it was a high likelihood that something could jump off that wasn't supposed to jump off, and it could be highly volatile. You know what I mean? Should it happen? And what happened? I get in a fight. The guy I'm fighting, he's a hometown favorite, undefeated hometown favorite. And early in the fight, I mean, this guy, he like 6'3". We rumbling, and I catches him with a nice clean hook, and I put him down. When I put him down, the crowd moved on one of my peoples that was there, man.
I remember that.
And when they moved on him, they didn't know he was real capable of handling himself. So he started taking care of his business on the outside of the ring. So they stopped the fight. So when they stopped the fight, it allowed the guy that should have been counted out to give him extra time to get himself together. So when he got up, I put him down again. But it was during the middle of the highlight of the melee that transpired outside the ring. So he didn't even get an 8 count for that because the crowd took over the attention of what was going on with the fight. So when that happened, man, it just changed the momentum and it changed the outcome of what the fight really supposed to have been. It made it into a situation where I walked away with a blemish on my record, but the world seen it, so I really didn't have anything to explain for myself because the world seen it. And that's the good part about when you fight in front of a world, when you fight in front of the world.
Judge for themselves. They get to judge for themselves and shit.
They get to judge for themselves.
That's the dope thing about having an audience, because regardless of what the cars may say, the audience be like, man, boo, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here, nigga. That nigga won. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so we know that's the game. That's the business though. That's
yes,
the business.
It is.
And I think a lot of people don't. I think they'd be surprised to hear or learn that, yo, like these fights be like real fights, nigga. Like yo, your whole town right now rumble a nigga for you. Like, yo, everybody, if you got motherfuckers that supporting you, they will beat that motherfucker ass. I don't give a fucking beat. They got niggas guard. Why you think they got security there? That's why they got security there. Because they know that, yo, all right, they gonna be mad as hell this motherfucker gonna win. They already know these niggas gonna want to fight. So a fight be really a fucking fight. I don't think people really think about the whole shit surrounding it or whatever, man. But like, yo, this shit is crazy, man. So how did you overcome like setbacks and challenges in your boxing career?
So what I learned how to do and what I started doing is every time that the number one thing that I do, if I ever have a fight and a situation poses itself as a setback to me, the number one thing that I did, and I arched this in my career throughout everything that I've done, what I did is if I have a loss that I really didn't lose, or I have a fight where I did bad, what I usually do, the number one thing you want to do is get right back into class, into learning, into training, and you want to come right back and erase that memory out of the people's mind. And that was the number one thing I did. So anytime I had a situation that wasn't favorable to me, I come right back. And when I came right back, it was always a sanctioning body that either wanted to allow me to fight for a belt or was always an organization that wanted me to fight somebody or on TV. And because I did that, I used every setback as a major get back. That's why. That's how I did it.
Nice. And look, listen. And I also want to, if I can just real quick, and I know you already went into it a little bit, but I got my son and my nephew there in the background listening. I told them a lot about you. But my son want to meet you bad, bro. But yeah, they already know who you are, and they like, yo, he famous. So they are like, but for the record, what separated you from the mediocre bull who didn't make it to the big stage? Like the work you put in, the consistency. Like what separated you from the guys who didn't make it to the big stage?
The main thing that separated me from the guys that didn't make it to the big stage is because usually when guys develop some traction in the sport of boxing, the number one thing they do is they attach a price to themselves and they make themselves inaccessible to people who is not as fortunate as them. What I did is I always found a way to measure some type of bartering system where I would make myself accessible to already be able to put some energy out to always help people who is less fortunate, thereby being able to keep them in a situation where they can still benefit and opening up doors for myself by putting that energy out to the universe where doors was opening for me by the way I was treating others. So that was me dealing with the energy again, knowing that the seed you plant determines the crop you grow. You want good things to happen to you. But what are you doing to make good things happen to you other than being dedicated?
Right.
So that's what I did. I've always looked to extend myself to others to help others as I was building and as I was coming up. And at times when somebody else on my level wouldn't have did that. They would want money to do that.
Right.
You talk about, you know what I mean? I don't know if y'all can hear me. I know you talked about, you know what I mean, as far as like, just getting up in the morning, you know what I mean? Like you remember getting up in the morning and getting ready to go, just having that boxing, that strength, you know what I mean? What kept you motivated every day, to get up and step in? What made you step in the ring every time? Talk about the training. What motivated you to step in the ring every time?
The main thing that motivated me to get up in the morning was the thought that I'm doing this because I know for a fact that people in my situation is not doing it this way. Just that fact alone made me want to do it more. Because if I know that they're not doing it the way I'm doing it, they're not going to get what I'm getting. You understand what I'm saying? And that was my main thing. If you do what other people won't do, you'll get what they won't get. That's my mentality.
Real shit right there. That's some real shit right there.
This ain't no coincidence.
Yeah, that's some real shit.
Yo, bro, it's crazy. You just said some stuff, man. I was just talking to my son earlier about, and you just said it. Now he's looking at me crazy. So now you know it ain't no coincidence.
Yeah, well, You already know that when a student is ready to be taught, the teacher will then appear, man.
That's what they say. What's that?
And that's where it showed itself in my life. And that's exactly how it showed itself in my life, man.
How about now? Sound better?
And even now, and the main thing is, I never took on the role of being a master because I was still busy being a student. Now, you got a lot of students that can do what the master do, but they never call themselves a master because they were still what? Learning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because my title is of a student doesn't mean I can't do what master does because master's teaching me.
Right. Real
So
shit.
speaking on that, how important was it to you? You know what I mean? How important what was the support system around you and including family and friends? How important was that for you?
Oh man, it was very, very important. But just as important as it was to me, I also took it and looked at it as another fight because sometimes people feel like they're helping you and they don't realize that they're not helping you. To come from me it wasn't a help to me. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
it because when it's fight time, you need the bare minimum when you're talking about interaction with people, and you need the bare minimum when it comes to the regular everyday luxuries that people normally would get. You need the bare minimum, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, when you're fighting, you getting down to your best weight, whereas though you're going to be at your strongest, the most
Yep.
energetic, the most intelligent, the
Yep.
sharpest in your thinking.
Yep.
You got to bring all that to a culmination and then get ready to put it on display. You know what I mean? So a comfortable home situation is not conducive for that. So what I usually do is I had a situation where I was able to uh languish, you know what I'm saying, and where I was domiciled at, and then I had a situation where when needed to be in tune with family ties, I had a situation where I would go and be with family ties. They weren't the same situations. They were two different situations. So I had one house for me, just for me, and like in a training camp setting. And then I had one house where I could go and be among family and do family things.
Yo,
I think
that's
I
key
think
too.
yeah, that's much needed because they got you. I mean, man, you both know. Approaching if a fight says if you got a fight coming up, you can't be having sex, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You
Nope.
gotta eat that shit. Like that. You surprised? No, we can't be fucking. No fucking
Like,
fucking. Okay. No fucking
like,
fucking. No.
like,
That shit, nigga. You can't sleep. None of that shit. You want. You can sleep with all you want, but your trainer gonna tell when he put your ass in that ring and tell you to spar.
that's
Right,
right. That's right.
Right. Right.
you can't hide that
Right.
shit. I'm telling you, if you don't have an orgasm, you be strong as fuck. You be so fucking strong. You be
Yes.
like, yo, this fucking, I fucking move up truck.
Right. And then look, try to go in there after you had some ass. You ain't gonna be able to. You know what I mean? That fight ain't gonna turn out right.
That's right.
That's with anything.
And that's right. And you got to know people are not going to forget that.
Back.
If you
Right.
go in there and you make yourself look bad, people ain't going to forget that. No, a matter of fact, the better you look, the more they're going to try to bring that up and remember that.
Yep. Back.
You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, in the back of my mind, I always thought about that. And I said the main thing that will keep me from putting myself in a situation like that is staying balanced.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Most people want to be strong. They want the biggest knockout punch. No. Well, most people want to be faster than all the other fighters. No. I want to be the most balanced. Because if I'm the most balanced, I could call upon anything that's needed at that specific time and be able to execute it to its fullest because I got the best balance to do it.
Right.
But if you got it, look, you got to remember this. If you got an extremely strong point, at some point along that line of attributes, you're going to have a weak point because you got that extremely strong point. People don't understand that the reason why a locomotive is so strong because it's so slow.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? A locomotive, it'll never go fast. I don't care how strong it is, but that's part of the reason why it's so strong because of the way it's designed. You know what I'm saying? But a locomotive would never go as fast as as fast as a speed line. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it could pull 20, 30, 40 cars just because of the way it was built. That's why I said if you got something that is extremely strong, it's going to lack somewhere else along the line. And that's the reason why it taught me from a whole lot of different angles how important balance is. Now listen, I don't mean to cut out, but I don't have a phone charger with me, and my phone is about to die. I'm just realizing it. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I didn't, have to say this, but I'm looking at it. My screen keep trying to turn off because of because of this, because of my percentage. So I had to make that y'all aware of that. You know what I'm saying? It's in the red. Yeah, it's in the red. But we could set something up and do something else again. I mean, gratefully for me.
How about I get you on my pod and I have Damien come over and co-host on my pod? So we do one.
Indeed, that's peace. That's definitely peace.
You gonna be free?
We can definitely do that.
You said, can I get your math from him? I want to get offline on air.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Without a doubt. Without a question.
Yeah, let's do that.
I already know. I already told him. I said because I was like when he told me about you, I was like, oh hell yeah. I was like, damn. Like I said, I was doing it myself. This shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, shit. I was like, nah. I was like, shit. I would. I was like, hit him up and then ask him, is it okay for you to get baller? I was like, just say baller. He gonna know who you talking about.
That's right. That's right. All day.
Yeah,
I didn't say that. I had to say that as soon as you came
definitely did say that. She definitely said like, say baller. You gonna know exactly who you're talking about. And you just came on like baller. Yeah.
Certified baller right there.
Nah, before everybody else. Nah, before everybody else was balling.
Hey, listen. When we catch up, you gonna be proud of the sister. Trust me. When we catch up, you're gonna be like, wow, yeah, like real talk, like so.
No doubt.
Pushing real talk, bro. But definitely, both having you on here. Let's shoot for. Like I said, I get the man from him, and then we can shoot for whatever day that's convenient for you.
All right, let's set it up. Get my math. Text me, call me. Let's set it up. You know what I mean? I'm more of a texter than I am a caller. So you always give me more texting. Just always know that.
The same here. Here, I'm a texter.
To God.
That's brother, man. That's the only way I reach that.
Hey, yo, don't put your hands on nobody, man. Don't hurt nothing. Don't hurt that shit.
Nah, I ain't doing that.
It's home, man. No, they drop the mitts nowadays. They don't keep them up here no more. They hold them down here. So
shit.
I don't still understand that way of boxing.
They
boy made it famous.
Hey,
right.
One more question before you log off. Do you still got the gym in Camden?
Yeah. We go back to the gym in Camden. Matter of fact, I'm starting to take people over there and walk them through things. But they like private sessions that I have right now.
Okay. All right. I'll definitely hit you up when I'm down that way or whatever, man. So I'll come down and get a little workout in with you or some shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna bring my son down there, man. You might have to put him in the budget some kind of way.
Hey, man, let's make it happen, man. We only live once.
You too.
I would like to take some lessons.
Hey, man, this thing is open to everybody, man. Ain't nobody, we don't discriminate. We celebrate,
man.
Get the pause, get the motherfucking pause, yo.
Yeah, we don't discriminate. We celebrate.
Get ready. Get ready.
All right, bro. Love you, bro.
Learn how not. How you tell us? Learn how not to get hit.
Oh, that's the specialty. That's the plan.
Prince Badi from all
yes, sir.
16 families here.
Peace to God, man.
Peace to the God.
My cousin Fred, always here to the podcast. I appreciate you coming through. And
appreciate all of y'all.
Get together on
nice.
Is that the one we're doing?
That's Damon.
Yeah. So
Zeke, I ain't seen you like 30 years, girls. Good to see you. Still beautiful.
Same here. Thank you, baby.
Let's get together. Let's do something. Do some real shit.
You my friend. Hit me up on Messenger.
All right, I'm gonna hit you up, yo.
Y'all have a good night.
Yo. All right, cuz.
Y'all already know. Hey, your pod, your thing is sounding crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm about to sign out real quick and then we can continue this. Hold on.
Yeah.
So for everybody here on 60 Podcasts, I hope you enjoyed the show today. Thank you, Steph, for coming through. Fred, Badi, I'm glad y'all came through. That was a good time with some good friends. So from all of us here at 60 Podcasts, enjoy the rest of your night, and I look forward to seeing y'all next week. Yeah, I think it's next week. I'm pretty sure it's next week.
Real soon. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, real soon.
Thanks for having me, y'all. Y'all already know. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all feeling awesome.
Hit that subscribe button.
Podcast and shit too as well. Let's go.
Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. I'm still getting the hang of this again.
Good. Go show.